This cultural anime is about this guy who is a gloomy loner who has no friend. Since he is sitting next to the windows, he must be the main character. He is looking at this girl, and her name is Shizune. She is one of the most popular girl in school, and she is liked by many. He knew that he would never interact with her in his life since he is just a nobody.
卒業まで関わることなんてないんだろう。色が悪い。2組の飯島が。
One day, he is looking at his collection of backdoor dungeon in the classroom because he is a Sigma. It seems like he has PhD in backdoor dungeon research, and he has dedicated his life to research them. He has installed some cameras so he can spy on others in 4K. All of a sudden, she is right behind him, and she called out to him. That scared the crap out of him, and he knew that he has been busted. She looked at his laptop and saw his research material.
これは。
太田さんでしたわね。もしやトイレの隠し撮り。これは立派な犯罪行為ですわ。
いや、それはなんていうか。俺の人生終わった。
After that, she wants to know if he is really that interested in backdoor dungeon. He told her that he is currently making a research on backdoor dungeon adventure.
まあ、好きっていうか。の穴以外興味ないっていうか。
そうなんですか。
そう。色や形を評価したり、どうしたら気持ちよくなるとか研究したりして。
She is surprised when she heard that, and she wants to know why did her backdoor dungeon feel weird when she went to the restroom. He starts his speech about the backdoor dungeon, and he is telling her a lot of facts which are true. After she listened to that, she looks surprised because she never heard that before. Instead of canceling him, she will keep his hobby a secret. In return, she wants him to become her teacher and teach her the way of backdoor dungeon.
そうなのですか。そんなものがあるのですね。
そうなんですよ。
盗撮の件。黙っておく代わりに、私から提案があります。
提案?
He is shocked when he heard that, because he never heard that sentence being said in his life.
嘘だろ。あのマドンナが、もしや何かの罠。
Despite all of that, he accepted her request in the end, because it is better than being canceled, and he can check her backdoor dungeon as well. So, that is like exploring 2 dungeons with 1 Excalibur. After that, they went to the laboratory, and she wants to know why are they here.
なぜ実験室に移動する必要がありますの？
これ、ワセリンがあるからだよ。じゃあ、始めようか。
はい、お願いいたします。
自分でを脱げ。覚悟を決めろ。
はい。
Then he wants her to get ready for the lesson, so she removed her dungeon protector and showed him her backdoor dungeon. He is amazed by her backdoor dungeon, and he told her that hers is S rank. He even took a picture as well for research purposes. After that, he begins the lesson, and he is showing her the way. During that, she felt enlightened, since this is the first time her backdoor dungeon has felt this way. He is using all of his knowledge on her backdoor dungeon. He is very impressed by her reaction, and he told her that she can become even more cultural. Therefore, he gave her an assignment.
明日の朝、俺の指示通りにして投稿しろ。ちゃんと指示通りにしてきたか?
It looks like she needs to hide several steel balls in her backdoor dungeon for research purposes. In order to learn the true way of backdoor dungeon, she accepted his assignment. At the school rooftop, he wants her to perform a magic trick by spawning some steel balls from her backdoor dungeon. She is reluctant at first, but she complied with his request in the end. He is very satisfied with her magic trick, so he is going to reward her by giving her the Excalibur treatment. When she saw his Excalibur, she stopped him and told him that she is not ready for this. After he heard that, he told her that it is a shame and informed her that her lesson is over now. At that moment, she stopped him and granted him full access to her backdoor dungeon. Right after that, he charged into her backdoor dungeon and claimed it as his land by using Protein Blast in there. Well, the anime ended right there, and this anime has 1 episode only, and it was released recently. For the next anime, it is quite wholesome. The story is about this guy who has a crush on his senpai. Her name is Tomomi, and she is one of the most popular girl in school. In addition, she has those legendary genes which the editor doesn't have.
俺は心を奪われた。お前、友美先輩と仲いいの？狙ってんのか？友美先輩は憧れの存在。でも、ひょんなことから。
助けて、ヒカルくん。
One day, she suddenly wants to meet him behind the school building, and he thought that he is going to receive a love confession from her. However, it is even better because she wants him to be her personal milk quantity control crew. He is shocked when he heard that and thought that he has smoked some good shit before this. However, he is actually not high and she is really asking him for help. She told him that she has a rare condition where she has unlimited amount of milk. When he heard that, he told her that he has no idea what does she mean by that. She told him that he can treat this as a part-time job and his pay will be her farm fresh organic milk.
バイトと言ってもいいわ。
話がよくわかりませんけど。
そうよね。突然ごめんなさい。
She also told him that he is the only personal who is fit for this job since he has high lung capacity, and he is the main character too. Anyways, since this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, he accepted her job offer in the end. Ever since that day, he has become her milk quantity control personnel. One day, they are at the infirmary, and he is helping her to solve her issue.
ともみ先輩の秘密、俺だけが知ってると思うと嬉しすぎて。
In return, she is launching a pincer attack on his Excalibur. The power of her calcium cannon is over 9,000, so he used Protein Blast in a short time.
大丈夫よ。いい子。
Eventually, she gave him the dungeon pass, and he is going to explore her dungeon. It seems like they can carry out the infinite food glitch, and you guys can do that too to save food cost. Anyways, this is her backstory. When she was little, she might have angered the shrine god by carrying her business on this cow statue. Therefore, ever since that day, her genes have become superior, and she has no idea how to deal with it. I bet the editor would love to find that cow statue. Anyways, her class is doing Maid Cafe, and she is working as a waitress there. During that, he is having a wild imagination where she is giving him the milk special.
ヒカルくん楽しそう。よかった。
Well, he doesn't need to imagine that because after school, he told her about his imagination, and she is willing to comply with his request. One day, his sister, Suzuka, knew that he is going to betray his family, so she is going to bring him back to the path of Alabama. Therefore, 3 of them went to an amusement park together because she wants to know if Tomomi is suitable for him.
俺は甲斐光。ごく普通の学生だ。早くおっぱいが吸いたい。って、ごめん。片方はゴリラだったわ。もとい、今日は妹のリクエストで遊園地に3人で来ているのだ。
During that, he looked at Tomomi's superior genes and made fun of Suzuka. So he got bonked on the head, and fortunately, he landed on a Mother Nature cushion.
遊園地なんて何年ぶりかしら。
When Suzuka saw her, she immediately inspected Tomomi's superior genes to ensure that they are family-friendly and safe for the family.
なんか湿ってる。
ふざけすぎだぞ、鈴鹿。先輩が困ってるだろ。どっか座れるところへ行きましょう。迷子になるなよ、鈴鹿。
迷子って小学生じゃあるまいし。兄貴のくせに。
After that, both Tomomi and him are going on a date together, leaving Suzuka alone. Then they went to the Ferris wheel, and he is working on there too. Damn, he is very dedicated to his work. Well, I have absolutely no idea what are they thinking, since everyone can see them in 4K. Perhaps they want to live stream it so the others can watch their educational documentary. By the way, Suzuka doesn't have that much screen time because this episode is not her episode. Moving on, eventually, he is going to marry Tomomi, and he finally has a lifetime supply of farm-fresh organic milk.
今日は俺とともみ先輩の結婚式。
Well, as usual, he is high on her Mother Nature milk, so he is having that fantasy again. This anime has 4 episodes, and this recap covered the first 2 episodes. For the next anime, it is wholesome as well. The story begins when the main character is discussing about his classmate with his friends. It looks like she has those superior genes, and his friends are envy of him since he is sitting next to her, and he can look at them whenever he wants.
サイズいくつなんだろう。F くらいだったら十分埋まるんじゃない？
お前ら席が近くていいよな。見放題だろ。あれ、なんか興味なさげだな。お前、貧乳派か？
However, he is not that excited, and told them that he felt that there is something wrong with her hopes and dream. Suddenly, she called out to them, and told them to talk behind her back instead of right next to her.
ちょっとそこの男子。そういう話のネタにされるのは構わないけど、最低限本人のいないとこでやんなさいよ。
すみません。
He apologized to her for that. Then she wants to have a talk with him alone. He assumed that she is going to scold him for saying all of that. Anyways, both of them are behind the school building, and she wants to know why did he felt that her hope and dreams are out of place.
いや、あれは本人に言うことじゃないし、それに勘違いかも。
いいから早く言いなさい。
あくまでも個人的な印象なんだけどさ、滝田さんってなんだか巨乳の人らしくないなーって。巨乳の人って胸が重いせいで背筋が反り返り気味なんだけど、滝田さんはまっすぐだかららしくないなーって。
なるほどね。
He used his big brain theory and explained to her that her body shape is not similar to those who has superior genes. His explanation actually made sense, and she accepted his reasoning. Then she suddenly grabbed his shoulder, and that surprised him. He thought that she is going to beat him up. However, she asked him a very important question.
あんたさ、貧乳の女ってどう思う？
え、
やっぱ魅力ない？
いや、そんなことは僕は嫌いじゃないけど。
そっか、よかった。
After she heard his answer, she breathed a sigh of relief and demanded him to keep everything that they talked today a secret. In return, she will allow him to inspect her hopes and dreams. At that moment, she already placed his hands on her superior genes, and he found out that those are not real.
それってやっぱり。
そうよ、パッドで持ってるの。
Fun fact, the editor is using the same witchcraft as well. Anyways, he told her that she doesn't need to go this far. However, she told him that she couldn't sleep well at night if she doesn't reward him for keeping this a secret. Then, she reminded him that he stated that he is fine with justice, so she wants him to shut up and quickly inspect her lemons. When he is role-playing as a site inspector, he found out that her lemons are not that small, and they are so much bigger than the editor's. Damn, I have no idea why did she use the witchcraft to boost her hopes and dreams in the first place. One day, he found out that she doesn't carry out the therapy session with him that much anymore. He is glad that she trusts him now, but he still feels sad since he couldn't spend more time with her. Suddenly, she called out to him. Then, she brought him to the usual place, and he has no idea what is she trying to do. This time, she asked him another very important question.
貧乳嫌いじゃないって言っていたけど、巨乳の女はどうなの？
これって。
もう入れてないの。
She told him that her lemons have evolved into melons since he kept using protein blast on them. I guess his protein shake acts like a fertilizers for her crops. Well, I am definitely going to try that out on the editor for research purposes. Editor, if you are listening to this, oil up. On the next day, it looked like both of them are in a relationship now.
一体何があったんだ？
His friends have no idea what the hell just happened, and the anime ended with a happy ending. Thus, that is the end of my recap for this wholesome and sweet cultural anime. This anime has 2 episodes, and this recap is about episode 1.